Hello, everybody at home. It's time for me and Byron to do some serious training. Byron, why are we taking time out from our regularly scheduled days to put together a special training session?
Arbush is looking very, very strong with his team of Chads. And I know that match is the last of the round robin for me. I want to prepare for that because it's going to be my biggest challenge yet. And I want to be able to put up a good fight and possibly dethrone the current undefeated first place, coach.
So what we've done as this practice for the Valanth Blood Bowl League, one of the biggest matches of the league, is make a duplication of Arbush's team as best we can, which I think is pretty close to the actual thing. And we're now playing up against the Lao guys, Byron's human team in their current incarnation. We assume both of these teams will be a little different by the time they actually meet each other, but hopefully this will be close enough, even if I can't pilot the team anywhere near as well as Arbush can.
Alright, so it's time to... Let me just quickly get the right... There we go, now we can see everyone's skills. That makes things a lot easier.
Yes, I'm on full skill display for this because I don't know the Elven Union team terrifically well.
And the question is, where do I want my players?
Well, I think the big thing is just think about, like, what are you trying to do? So I imagine from my point of view, I have no interest in punching through the center at all. Because I just can't. It's not practical for me to do it, nor would it really reward it even if I did manage to do it. Like, I don't want to get into a punching match with you. I probably want to try and run around the outside and get players into your backfield to receive the ball.
Apologies for that. Ganked by my mother.
I'm sure she's a delightful lady.
Let's try over there. Actually, I've got to have 4 blitzers now, so I can make use of them. And instead, I'll have him there.
Well, Byron mutters to himself. Let's take a look around and see. We've got some very highly skilled players here. We've got 2 throwers. At the back, we don't really need both of those for one drive, so we can probably swap them out for a line elf. We've got loads of players of block and dodge, and Byron's team's big sort of oversight, I guess, in their development is they don't have any tackle whatsoever, meaning it's going to be pretty tricky for them to take down our players without us getting into the spot of having multiple blocks thrown at our elves over time.
Sorry, I nearly forgot to bring these guys one space back. Don't want to give you your little advantage being able to move up to them. There we go.
So this is, immediately I'm thinking this is a mistake on your part, probably. Because you've normally, well, my understanding of how to defend against elves is to build, actually I'll share screen with you just so you can sort of see what I'm talking about.
No.
Okay, there we go. So my understanding is you probably want to have like a square of players. Because as it is, I can knock down any one of your players and just run freely into your backfield, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you're not really worried about winning the fight on the line of scrimmage enough to put 5 players there, because you could literally have 3 players there and you would win it.
I guess, yeah. You're correct in that regard. I just kind of thought if we could force something there, then it would be disgusting. But obviously, you might not let me do that. You probably won't.
So I'm going to move my alignment as far away from your ogre as possible, and then let's see. So I've got catchers definitely want to get into the backfield. So I think this is why there's the line which he does, is because he's planning on breaking through and just chucking everybody into the backfield.
The thing is, it's very hard to reply to the line when you're having to set up your formation first, because if you choose to set up for one line, he goes for the other line.
Oh, no, you can't. That's why you have to build a formation. So I believe the reason for making the kind of square of 4 like this is that if I knock over someone, I can't freely go out into the field. I have to funnel towards the center, and then your other side of the field collapse in, and you just reduce the pitch down to fighting around center, which is exactly where you want to be fighting. Whereas I want to have as much space as possible, and you've given me that space behind your players.
Yeah, true.
So I'll have to move someone up to tag this guy, and which will be this lineman, and then I'll have to open up the space. That's fine. Alrighty, let's see how it goes. So this is a full-length game of level, which will be tremendously longer than a regular game, which we've been doing.
Yeah.
Hey, free reroll, not too shabby. Okie doke. So let's get all our stuff sorted out. So we need...
What's this skill? Kick. Player's kick is so accurate, yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm going to struggle to remember who all the players are, but... Okay, so this is what I need to do to start with. Is to... If I could just push your guy out of the way, I think? I probably have made a mess of this, but... Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so that's pretty good for me. So I've created the space. Yeah, it's a little awkward that I'm going to have to dodge my guys through. I feel like maybe I've made a mistake of some kind there. But the guys who've got dodge can do it pretty easily. I'm trying to make sure I don't get into a position where I can have two people blocked by this. So two people caught by the same person. I think I'll go here. You see how just like, I mean, I know it's very binary with Blood Bowl, but like you can see how quick I can get guys up in your backfield.
Yeah.
So I think I can move the ball up to stronger the Chad and have them in a pretty good position too. That's hard for you to get at. Do I want to move up with them straight away? I guess I could. I don't know if this is at all what I'm supposed to be doing. With now, I think I'm putting too much stuff in immediately.
Oh, fine. Ooh.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that can happen.
No.
That's extremely unlikely, but it can happen. Because he doesn't have sure hands on his guy, which is... It probably feels a little unnecessary when you've got 4 agility.
I love that idea so much, but it's probably better to just put him there. Never mind. Hey.
That will likely
was a good
happen.
start, you see that?
So now you're kind of caught with a position here where it's like, if you send a lot of guys forward to try and chase the ball, there's a pretty good chance they pick the ball up and then just toss it way past the guys. And then you'll have to run them back up the other side of the pitch again.
I think I know what I want to do. Actually, first of all, let's just get back up. Shit. Yeah, these guys are a bit of an issue. Oh, man. I guess we keep this guy marked here. If you want to blitz him, I guess you can blitz him.
So remember, my guy has got nerves of steel. So that means if you mark them, it doesn't actually make it any harder for them to catch. And he's got catch and agility 4, so it's almost a guarantee. It's like it's as close to a guarantee as you can get in the game.
Yeah. So we wanted. Get you out of the way. I already can't have this fail. Come on. There we go.
Oh, this is going to be bad for me.
Oh. Well, I mean, can't complain too much of that. But
I feel like I got off pretty lightly there.
Now then, I think my backfield is now not really a massive priority of mine. I think there's some other things I could be getting up to be fair. Well, I can actually just do that, can't I? Actually, do I want that? No, I want this. And there we go. Hey, finally.
Notice that you're not getting very many blocks in on the elves at all. Even though I'm not really playing them optimally by any means, I'm like, you're not spending a lot of time punching elves.
Mm-hmm. to be fair, actually.
So something which I've kind of done by accident a little bit, but is probably going to be the case. That was a nice move of that guy in to block the line from the ball to the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
But if your opponent is smart, they're going to be spending a lot of time trying to spread the field out like this, because you've got so much guard. The more spread the field is, the better.
Oh yeah, because then I can't utilize the guards for the fact because there's obviously not a big fight happening anywhere. It's just all little small fights.
Yep. So grab the ball. Back out again. Pass up the pitch. This is always exactly what's going to happen in your match.
Oh man. Oh man. Hang on a sec. Is this a
It could be a touchdown here, but I'm going to try and delay as long as I can because I'm in a good position right now. And so if I can delay, if I can even just delay like a turn or two, then I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. Because you don't have, like, the thing is, like, I've got you to commit heavily into the other side of the pitch.
Yeah.
And now a lot of your best players are like a million miles away from where it's relevant. I'm certain this is what I've seen Arbush do loads of times. And I've got a guy in the way who's going to make it hard for you to move anyone up. Another one as well. So at this point, I'm just trying to buy as much time as I'm able to. So this guy's got dodge, so it's almost a guarantee he gets away.
I didn't realize dodge also helped with the tackle zones. I only thought it helped with the. What was it? It isn't the defender down. It's the one where it's like an exclamation mark in the middle.
Yeah, it does both things.
Damn, that's a good ability.
It is. It very much is.
Oh,
so I'm okay with that. He was going to end up in the dirt anyway. But I've got a very, very safe ball carrier. So my intention is that once you get the ball, I'm trying to kill as much time as possible, because once you get a chance to score back, I'm not expecting to be able to get the ball back off of you.
Yeah. That's possible.
Which maybe isn't the way that Arbush plays. Maybe I should just try and score now. I do think it's like somewhat like cocky style to try and score like a million times as someone.
Oh, so we're a dodge. Oh, because of this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a different kind of screening than normal. So it's not a cage, but it's would just be called a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Where again, you're getting as minimal chance to actually get to hit my guys. I think I might even be able to burn like another turn after this before actually scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll move towards where the ball's going to be, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And then we will plunk ourselves. Actually, get this guy.
Sure.
I should have gone there, but you know. First time I break of the game.
Yep, I think it's only about the fourth block of the game.
Mm.
Well, at least for you.
Yeah. Right. Let's get this guy done out.
So as much time as you're spending punching elves on the middle line, you guys aren't moving forwards. Or aren't moving backwards towards the ball for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I think this is a mistake on your part. Like using your guys to just like stay down the other end of the pitch punching some of my guys is like, it's such minimal return for you. Like, best case scenario is you injure one of my guys, but you don't get any closer to stop either really pressuring me to score or potentially getting the ball back.
I guess. I just thought, well, realistically, trying to get them back is going to be a bit of a pain. I might as well just make them useful.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this is great for me because you're not doing enough to make me score.
The thing is that I think Arbush should. I don't even know what Arbush is like. He'd probably just run for the goal, so he wants to max out as many goals as he's possibly can scoring.
Yeah, maybe I should just do that because I know that's probably what he will do.
Yeah, even though it's wrong.
Yeah,
kind of.
No, it is wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. This is gonna be really hard to then come back and. The thing is, like, I've seen him when he went up against the undead team when the other person just caged properly and didn't do anything kind of risky. He didn't do anything. It's just because
it's just he makes that one mistake.
Yeah. Whereas if you just don't do that, I mean, actually, no. To be fair, this is a good chance to practice, like, what's likely to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually don't know what the correct defensive formation for elves should be. So I guess I'll just go.
I think he just goes with the same formation. Not that it's right, but he wants to go for it.
Oh no, it doesn't make any sense to do that formation on defense. Like, because you're not trying to grab players through to the end. I think I probably need to set up in such a position that let's see, that I can run through and let's move them one step back just in case it's the one step forward thing. But yeah, I'll set up players who can potentially run into your backfield and chase the ball. And let's sub in a lineman for the thrower. Okay. Okay, so this setup here should mean that you should be able to access my more expensive players very easily.
Oh, Blitz is going in. 7-3-3.
I noticed this. Oh wait, no, the throwers have got short hands, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, the three-move throwers have got a really good opening skill set.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you're right that the actual part which is throwing is a bit of a trap.
Yeah.
So traditionally, what I'll be looking to do at this point is try and disrupt your initial ball pickup as much as I can and stop you from getting into a cage for as long as possible.
Yeah.
The important players to be part of the cage are your guard pieces because that makes the cage the strongest possible. So if I can mark your guard players and stop them from moving, then I'm doing alright.
Where's my thrower? He comes back here to catch the ball.
I'm not too worried about your ogre because if he's part of the cage, there's always a chance that he won't move at all.
Yeah.
In which case, he'll stall your cage out for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's much better when defending because he doesn't have to move.
Actually, I want that guy there. And then put this guy in the middle. I think that's better than last time because we've kind of got tackle zones everywhere. And it also keeps my guard players safe for the most part.
If you're particularly worried about somebody getting into your backfield, I think I might have accidentally left a kick player off the field, so I won't be able to do anything with that.
Let me see.
Oh, that's right. No, it's because he's on the line of scrimmage.
Oh. Oh.
The throw a rock is really nasty. That's a
Damn.
really easy way to lose players.
Oh. Wow. Well. This is nice. Alright, where do we want to position our players? So if we theoretically do this, go for the handoff, then this guy can go and cage somewhere. This guy's free now, we go this side. Okay, cool. We have a game plan. Let's build on it then. So this guy's gonna use guard.
Yeah, I think I should have spread my players out a little bit more so they couldn't be marked by one person.
So to run this. No, we've got block. Well, I can push you over. I already been over here.
There's a real distinct possibility of you overextending here. For instance, you've left a massive hole, like in your right, from your left point of view, your left-hand side flank, where I can run a whole bunch of players into your backfield and start going after the ball carrier.
All right, now I want to make sure I'm going to secure this now.
So there's an excellent example of why I generally would always put a player next to the ball another player next to the ball whenever I'm going to pick up. Because as unlikely as that was to fail, the fact that it has now opens up these massive opportunities for me.
Yeah, I fucked it.
So yeah, just always assume anything that you're going to do will fail. Or at least make provisions for that possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what my idea was. It was just, like...
So I think I can clear the way for the rest of the elves. Ugh.
Oh. There you go.
Okay, well that makes life easier because now I no longer have to dodge away. There's some of the stuff. I think what I'll do is so I want to try and get some more guys over this way. I think so. So I'll try and be as much in the way as possible. And if I put my guy here, I think this makes sense because if you either have to commit 2 guys in to stop him from moving up next turn, in which case that's great, or you put 1 guy in and he basically just walks away from them.
Yeah.
There we go. No dodges as yet.
Oh,
that's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. So this is looking very Arbushian already.
Yeah.
Spread my guys out a bit so it's harder to mark all of them with 1 player. So you're still in an okay position, but
yeah.
So now I'm going to try and move all my guys away. I'll make it so that you get as few as few blocks as possible. So the turn hasn't gone perfectly for me, but it's gone probably approximately what you could expect a turn where you fail to pick up to go.
Yeah. I think you've made a little bit of a mistake leaving these guys all here and grouping them all up.
Yeah, it could well be.
That's what I'm thinking, but first of all, I still want to make sure we get this ball, but I don't know how much I want to risk doing it, because if it fails, then I'm kind of screwed. But I need to pick it up.
It's less well if you've got people around it. Like this is the whole thing of setting your expectations lower. Like, don't expect it's going to work. Expect it's not going to work, and build your formation accordingly. Which is that you put people to cover most of the places it could bounce to, so it's not an instant loss if it doesn't pick up. And then once you've done that, when you're doing that kind of stuff, you'll just end up picking the ball up, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah," and you'll kind of forget why you put that much thought into it in the first place. But the fact that you did is why it's gone alright. But yeah, no, you're right. I think clumping up my elves there was a mistake. I don't think Arbush will probably do that. But at least this is the kind of situations you want to be working towards, which is finding a clump of players and applying guard over them liberally.
Yeah. It's still 2 days. So, oh gosh, I want this guy here. I'm gonna put this guy in the way over here instead.
So what are you gonna do on this turn? Like, what's been your plan here? Is it just to pick up the ball and stand still, or pick up the ball and go where?
Pick up the ball, start barging through the center.
Do you have anyone to cover you in the center?
I have a few people hanging about. Well, not necessarily. Oh.
Also, you're running out of time.
Oh, am I? Oh shit. Oh, we didn't even, oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. We have to rush this now. Oh shit, no!
Alright, sure. Let's skip turns there, and we can go back and pick it up, and we'll skip back again.
Watch it fail it again.
So if that's where you were going to end up going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And turn again, and then
yeah.
I'm good.
And we'll end up roughly where we were.
And look at the time. I was too busy thinking. Oh, why was I thinking?
All right, so
I missed out on a fucking block, but you know, oh well.
I'm gonna be all over your ball carrier.
What's that? You want to all clump up again? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I'm not trying to actually really get the ball back. I'm just trying to get the ball off of you. Because you're running out of turns here. I mean, admittedly, you have one less turn you would have had otherwise, but whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll burn my reroll to get the ball back off of you if I can. But don't actually need to.
Definitely, yeah. No. Oh my.
Going by Arbush's luck, that's exactly what will happen. Hey, it's crazy how much this actually is resembling an Arbush game. Okay.
Oh, I just don't know how to deal with this.
That's why we're playing the game.
Yeah. Because it seems so I know there's counterplay somewhere. Just I'm yet to find it.
Like, I think of it as... So when I was watching a game before, like, and I was like, you're currently kind of learning some quite bad habits from playing against people who are not punishing you for those bad habits. So it can actually be quite unhelpful to have those kind of games, because this is the part where you're starting to learn what it's like to not know what to do against this kind of strategy.
Yeah.
Which is basically
Refreshing. It's refreshing. I like it. But it's also it reminds me of Skaven, but they can do so much more.
I think it's pretty similar to Skaven, honestly.
Yeah. Holy how am I supposed to?
You're not supposed to, that's all I did. Oh, whoops, I ran out of time. We're on a slightly shorter time than we would normally.
Oh, yeah, mood was anywhere interesting? Not really.
So, you did, in this game, you did exactly the thing you needed to do to lose. Which was, you ran out a player unprotected, and they got jumped on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you're maybe overly focused on trying to hurt players to the expense of the actual game itself.
Right. I can free these guys. I can free a few of these guys eventually. So if I need to do some blocks first. Can any of these guys actually get in range? Not really. They can start barging through. This is probably still the most important block to get, just to see what we can do. We'll take that.
Oh, this guy actually isn't a... I didn't realise...
Wait, if I drop this, it doesn't turn over, does it?
No, it's not a turnover.
Okay, good. I could actually go for that.
Oh, well, yeah.
I only have the chance.
I think you...
I'm running that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine playing a reroll for that. Now we need to get the boys over, so we need to start doing some punching. Not with you though. So let's clear out this guy, so we're unblocked. Yeah, there we are. That's all we need. I'll do the blocking. Get this guy unmarked.
I'm mildly hopeful I can get the ball back again, but even if I can't, I expect I should be able to interfere with your guys enough to stop them from moving the ball up.
Okay, so now we freed this guy up, who can come and don't have blitz anymore. But I can put him here. Oh, never mind. Not that. But this guy who can actually wrap around. Oh, what in there? Really? I'm gonna have to. I mean, fuck it. This could end really badly. Oh,
when he skidded to a slot.
Got him in place.
Oh.
He's in place. Oh, oh no. The time again. Oh.
Okay. So I've still got some guys free, which means I'm in a pretty good spot. I don't know why it suggested I go there. That was the... he has to do dodge, but he's got... Has he got dodge? No. Does this guy have dodge? Yes.
You guys always have 83% on the dodge. I don't think it requires the dodge skill for you to have that.
No, but I don't want to dodge with someone above my reroll.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to need my reroll for this.
Hey. Oh.
Case in point.
Oh.
Alright. So as much, I'll take the opportunistic blocks where I can. But I'm mainly just trying to get guys who are going to be in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be any more good blocks. So, keep that in mind. I'm going to start taking riskier and riskier dodges. I think I need to keep good guard away if I can. Oop, never mind.
Mm.
I really need to have gotten up my catcher from a long time ago. But I'm not really expecting to score here. It would be nice though.
Let's deal with that guy. I need to free up some people, right? So let's first of all deal with this guy. He's in the way. I want to shift some guys out of the way before I start moving. Because I don't know where this who I can. I know this guy's going here. Because guard.
Yeah.
The free people.
He was the one I should have maybe put more priority in stopping.
This guy can already go for a 2 dice now. It's just going for it. But I think we can. Can we do better than that? I think we can do better than that. But I think that might be worth running just like right now.
I think you're on the floor blitz. You can do a blitz without it being a going for it.
Oh yeah, that's true. There we go. That's what we like to see. Moving forward. Ball is out in the open. Now means that I can grab it myself. And was the rolling there? Don't run there. No, I think I just like him on the ball. Really. Anything else I can do that's less risky? I mean, let's grab this first.
Greyheart's got a sick moustache.
Oh yeah.
The game changes a lot if Arbush doesn't have a lead, like doesn't have a 2-0 lead going into the second half. Because he can afford, like if he does have a lead, like has a 2-0 lead, he can totally afford to just like play the game out as long as possible and just try and make it so that you can only really realistically score once.
I'm gonna have to run this. It's my favorite thing. Block and move an ogre. Yay! We did it, boys. There we go. Looking for now. If we need to get rid of this, we need to get rid of this guy. Actually, no. Do we? I mean, how do I get this guy in here? Oh, I can just get this guy anyway. So hey, but I want him there really. That's 2 going for it, but that's a really good place for him to be. No, actually, no, we want him here because we need to clear you guys. Also, 4 seconds left in the turn. Oh boy, it's happened again. But it's good that I'm doing the thinking now.
Oh, the portraits are of the 2 players falling down. I never noticed that before.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Oh, I haven't covered him from the back. I'm an idiot. I rushed a turn because there was no time left. Oh. That's what I'm always thinking is actually the biggest problem in this game is the amount of time you actually get to think over things.
Well, that's some good pressure cooker training.
Because in other games, I have a lot of time because I'm usually in control.
So yeah, but also your decisions are more straightforward.
Yeah. Oh, he's done it. Oh, no, he hasn't. Yeah. You tell him. You tell him, Kachka.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm not even in the first. To be fair, the first half started of you attacking, so me not scoring here isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, I think I've done an okay job of trying to just run the clock out.
Yeah, I made a big misplay and it hurt me this round, but I've learned from that. So next round, hopefully I won't do any risky stuff before I've set everything up, and it'll be I'm all sorted now. What I know right now is I want him in there. That's a really bad dodge.
Any dodge is really bad dodge. So you can't score. Like, you can't score anymore, but you can punch things.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. Oh man, you actually done really good dodge zones. I'll give you credit for that. How about we deal with this guy first? He's in the way. He's annoying me. Doesn't even have to bend the blitz, but I'm fine with that.
So bear in mind, something else which you've got to be aware of is that handing off never has any penalties to it.
Oh yeah. I use that a lot. I usually hand off throw to catcher. That's what I was gonna do at the start of last round before I was. Oh, there we go. Okay, now can we deal with this guy? Still only one dice. Oh yeah, I'm using my catcher. That's why. Hey yo, I can change that though. And then we clonk him. 2 dice this one, and it's not what I was looking for at all. In fact, I want to reroll that. I need you to. There we go. I'm fine with that.
One of my favourite human catcher things is sidestep and fend. Because
there we go, finally.
You can do some very silly things with that combo.
Big man's in a good position now. There we go. Nice cheeky armor break for the boys.
I think if I played that a bit better, I think it would have been a 2-0.
Yeah. Arbush probably would have been a 2-0, to be fair.
I think that's very likely.
Yeah.
Do you want to treat the game like it's a 2-0 at this point?
I mean, I could. Who do I want to damage more? Oh yeah, of course. Oh. Boring.
For the purposes of practice, I say it's quite likely it would be 2-0 at this point.
Right, 1 out of 6 chance of failing. There we go. This one's a little bit more risky, but it's just one line. That's what I get for that one, isn't it? That's what I get for that one, isn't it?
So what do you want to do?
I think I'll just... I don't know, I think it's better just to keep it as 1-0 right now, because it's how the game is. You know what I mean? Like, it probably would be 2-0, but it just feels weird to try and counter score with something else. I'm just gonna kind of play around it like it's 1-0, because if I'm 2-0 down, at that point, I'm starting to think it's kind of really, really difficult for me to win. Go for maximum damage and maximum.
Well, this is for the purposes of training. Like, so whatever you think is going to be the most likely scenario is what we should be doing. There's no point trying to preserve the integrity of this game, which doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, in that case, then the 2-0. You'll play with that then.
Okay. So you have the added pressure of it being that you have to not only... So you can't take your time getting it down the pitch, you have to score quickly, which means you can't do the thing which is safe for you, which is why it's so important for you not to give up a goal when you're supposed to be scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the best I can do. So I'll spread my guys out as much as I can. Let's make them very I'll probably make them very heavily weighted towards one side to try and encourage you to be one-sided. I don't know if that's the right move or not. Man, I'm really looking forward to playing Dark Elves now.
That's definitely happening. Anything else that I want to change? This is the right information I ran last time. What were the problems that we had? I mean, the problems are more on the fact that I just played it silly. I think the formation itself isn't the problem.
Well, it was
actually a big space here.
So, unless you get blitzed, it's unlikely I'm going to have the ability to get onto the ball straight away.
Mm-hmm.
I just try and think ahead of what you're going to be doing. So, ideally, you want to have players who are nearby to cover the ball wherever it ends up landing, so it's not just one player. But I've got kick this time, so I can kick it to a place that will make it hard for you. Like, I can try and... Yeah. So, yeah, now I've got kick. I've got a much, much smaller space.
Mm.
So, what I can do is kick it to the corner. Is this... Am I using kick? No, I'm not, actually. No, this doesn't actually look that different. Maybe I messed up again. Well, I'm pretty sure he's got kick. So, he'll kick it to probably, like, the corner. Alright. That wasn't where I expected to go.
Oh, wait. We'll take that.
Is the kick guy out? Yes, he is. Okay. That's fine.
Okay, so I want to pick up the ball there. That's the goal. Pick up the ball.
Yeah, that's really good for you.
After I pick up the ball, I can hand it off to someone else, right?
If you want to roll a whole bunch of dice, sure. But yes, you can mechanically. Picking up doesn't count as a pass action. Handing off doesn't count as a pass action either. But you can only do one. You can pick up the ball as many times as you like, but you can only hand off once. You can only pass once.
Alright, what do you want to deal with first? Because there's I mean, I actually think we can just.
So yeah, I think that's much better. You've got the ball surrounded, so even if you don't pick it up, you're unlikely to lose control of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very hard for me to physically break into a cage. Unlike the what else, I don't even have a player who could leap in or anything.
This might look a bit janky, but I have a bit of a plan about what I'm doing here. Because I want to take control. Well, probably shouldn't be explaining my plan to you, but for the purposes of knowing what I'm doing, I'm gonna try and run the ball through the center because you've left it wide open. It's like a big gateway. So I'm gonna try and just run that, and just kind of mark a load of your players.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Honestly, like the only thing that really matters is just that you've got the cage around the ball. Everything else is pretty secondary. Mm. So what I'll be looking to try and do is to mark your cage corner pieces and try and slow it down as much as I can while giving you a minimum amount of blocks. If you score, remember, if you score, then I'm going to get another chance to score myself. So I'm not overly worried if you end up putting it through. Remember, you're down 2-0 here. There we go.
Happen again.
But this time you've got 3 players in the ball, whereas last time you had 1.
Yeah.
So this is a lot.
Straw hands are not gifting me the ball. This game. It's fine.
Human short hands are a lot less than sure.
Again, it says bacon butties.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm back on.
Why are they so tasty? Right, let's set up some stuff here.
Oh, this is not what I want to happen.
But you see how much better it is having taken precautions.
Yeah, it's still frustrating though, because my plan is still a little bit in tatters now. There's elves all over. I mean, it's gonna happen anyways, but at least there was gonna be someone protecting the thing. Oh no, not that way! Come on, man. Bull, you're supposed to go the other way, towards their touchdown zone, not mine. You silly goose. I mean, I knew it was keep you guys preoccupied up here, and then next turn actually make another cage in like the center pitch, and just run my thrower up.
Okay.
But I didn't have the ball, and now it's just completely screwed over. Oh, never mind. It's all good.
Yeah, this is what I've seen happen to every other player who's gone against Arbush, is you make a... Well, in this case, you didn't really make a mistake. Like, you did what you needed to, which was not take any more risk, let's say, but you had to take a risk. And as soon as a risk doesn't pay off, then he's all over you.
Yeah. Like, I really don't know what to do in this scenario at all.
Get hold of the ball, score the goals.
Yeah, great. Get hold of the ball when it's 4v whatever on the other side of the pitch. Oh, that's 5 now. Man. The risk of going for it just to have him there. Yeah, we do. We want people on the ball. Oh, come on, man!
That's what will happen.
I know it will happen. Okay. Now that means we can start dealing with these guys. This guy's getting up. He's just gonna stand. Okay, let's go here. I don't want to go for it anymore. I don't trust going for it anymore.
You shouldn't have trusted going for it in the first place.
How about your logic?
The devil's in the details, and in this case, the devil is Arbush.
Yes. I guess I'm liftable. And we can follow it out to keep him outside of the area. How about to pick up right now?
I thought that was the ogre doing it.
Ah, we can get that. Hold up. We have go guard. Why isn't he going here? Because it's going for it, that's why. Yeah, keep him there. Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah, that's showing a degree of patience which you haven't been showing before. You don't need to accomplish everything on one turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, patience is not my middle name. It's actually Lee. So,
I thought it was something else.
Oh, no, you're right. It was, oh god, what was it? It was unsomething, I think.
It was something which made me think your parents didn't like you, suddenly.
Unnecessary. That was the one. You know what, I'm going to run this because that guy's already surrounded. Now you get to sidestep, though. Do it onto the ball, Run it, run it, run it. You know you want to.
You've got more players around than I do, so I think I'll just stand next to it. I'm quite happy for the ball to just sort of basically stay where it is.
That is still not good. But, oh! Hang on a sec. That's a 50% pickup chance. I've got so many people around. You know what?
You know what?
What else is this? I think this is worth running. If it fails, there's only like one roll that's bad for me. Oh, and we've got it. We're not running the dodge, but we got it.
And you're out of time.
I'm fine with that. Now look at the amount of players around here. This is a fight if I've ever seen one. But I mean, it's 2-0, so that's actually really bad for me. Now that I think about it, but you know. Why have we got some guards about? I got guards in such a good position, actually. Holy, holy.
Yeah, so this is actually bad enough for me that I just don't really want to be in this situation at all. To the point where I might actually just like break off and just not try and get the ball anymore in that kind of way.
Mm.
Phew. So I could do 1 dice block your blitzer to get him away, then 1 dice your ball carrier. I might be at that kind of point.
If it works, you've won the game. Well, not won the game, but nearly won the game, pretty much. If it doesn't work, then I'm rubbing my hands in glee with a nice evil laugh. Oh. Well, my hands are not rubbing and they're not in glee. Oh, no! Oh. I should probably save my apothecary for a death, but I think this guy's important. I mean, to be fair, actually, I'm just gonna leave that.
You accept miss next games nearly every time.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
the problems with the stat lowering ones, aren't they? And then death. Oh, he's done it. Oh, he's done it. Oh, hey! We got it, boys. Oh no, he's just gonna run me down now, isn't he?
Like a dog.
Wow, wonderful weather we're having. Well, you getting the armor breaks now? That's not fair.
How is that not
I
fair?
just didn't want to do the armor breaks. Oh my god.
Go
That
to
is
show what's possible when you're desperate enough.
Yeah. That's the one thing a lot of people forget about the poll is like when you're desperate enough, the play can just like come through if you're lucky.
Alright. So if we're working the assumption it's 2-0 at this point, you need to get scoring immediately if you're going to win.
Oh. My god. Well, this is getting up. No, that's that guy. For 1 dice, not worth it. We can move everyone over in a second. First thing we have to do, before we do anything else in this turn, yeah, is this guy right here is just kind of in the way and stopping all my players from moving. So we're gonna not have that happen. Oh, well, I mean that'll do it. I probably should have stayed marking him, but you know. Oh, I've just knocked him in my blitzer. Oh, I'm such a.
If you can get to the point where you're thinking at least 1 move ahead, then you'll be dramatically better.
Yeah, that's usually my problem in pretty much every single chess style game that I play is that I seem to not have the foresight
I
at
think
all.
it's a choice. I generally just think it's a choice that people make is whether or not they like sit there and be. It's work to figure out what the next move is. That's a good move. It's a very good move.
Yeah.
It does mean you guys still marked, but that's probably the best way you could have dealt with that.
That's really good if I'm able to get the ball. I have a reroll. So it's roughly about. It's rough. It's rough but it's our best chance, I think. I don't know how else we do it unless we hand off to an ogre. Sorry, it's not
Under the
gonna.
circumstances that you need to score to win, or at least force a draw,
Yeah.
then yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. In Blood Bowl terms, it's not that unlikely.
Oh! Come on, get it.
Got it.
We fucking did it, boys! And now I just need to run a 67% dodge. Or... Oh, I don't have blitz, never mind.
You can still move your ogre before you do it, rather
That's a
than
good
leaving
point.
him in a completely useless position.
Nah! Okay, maybe wrong people to cover. Oh, the time is coming in. I'll run it.
Yeah, I think that's the right line of play you found there. He's going to have to survive getting jumps on, but
block dodge, bodge. I'm going to cornering it bodge. Yes. Oh. You don't need to do that. That's it. Come on, not defender down. Come on, that's all we need. Yes, this is good. Come on. Yes, lads. Oh, this is kind of a rough spot actually, but you know. Oh. That's a lot of 83%, but it'll work.
well, it's like
that's dicey actually.
I figured the worst case scenario is I end up being that player ends up being irrelevant, which is what they already were going to be anyway.
Oh man, this has got dice. This has got a lot worse than I thought. I didn't realize how. I don't know why I was underestimating that, but the amount of people you can just get on him. Yeah, it was mad.
When you can dodge away more or less freely, then you're able to bring nearly your entire team down.
Is this like a notably bad matchup for humans, or is it just like playing the wrong way? Or both? Probably both.
It's not necessarily a bad matchup. I'd say you're just playing a lot less cautiously than you need to be.
Yeah.
I think you did. So there was definitely some parts in there where you did the right thing, but the big obvious mistake was when you took the big risk of sending a player out unprotected, which is I've done it, you've now done it, everyone's done it, and that's
I mean the thing is here is that I thought like if I keep him there he gets surrounded anyways, but oh wait, yeah, I had an ogre next to him. Yeah. I also need to rush a goal. Like looking at the turns, if I didn't score next turn, I was at a massive disadvantage.
You see how like you're not going to get any blocks in if like when you try to set up a cage like this, if they don't have a reason to stay in contact with you, they just won't.
Yeah. Oh man. So I want to know the odds of this. Not as bad as I thought, but still bad. Pretty horrifically so, actually.
I got my screen set up specifically to try and make it so that you can't get rid of any of the people who are significantly stopping him.
This is going to be really rough. There's no way I'd get anywhere near the people I'm... Wait, hang on a sec. No, I've got an idea.
I wish the Corn team was in level 2. Really like that team.
How runnable is that? I mean, I'd have to get 2 defender downs early. If I shove you away, I can still choose where to shove you, and that'll free me up very nicely.
Yes,
I think I just run that.
I'm not sure what it is.
But first of all,
hey, good job.
And then bring over some players over here. Do I want? Oh, this guy's getting more. No.
Okie doke, 40 seconds. I guess the point is that ideally you should be using your opponent's turn to figure out what you're going to likely be doing.
Yeah. Alright, I don't have much time to do anything else. Right, how do I activate Blitz on him now?
You click on him where he is. Just click on him directly. There we go. Yeah, I think that in this situation, that's totally the right move.
And then we follow. When I clicked on, no, it's better for me to stay here. I think.
No, it's not. It's a lot
Isn't
worse.
It? Oh, I thought I could go here and then like that. Oh, that is still bad.
You would have had to do only one dodge into no tackle zones.
Oh.
As it is, you would then put yourself in a position to do 2 dodges, one of them into 1 tackle zone. So you had the right idea, but you just botched the execution.
I thought I had a reroll there. Why couldn't I use the reroll?
Maybe it was already rerolled?
No, I had a reroll open. Does dodge reroll automatically, like show hands?
I don't know. Where's your guy?
Dead. Knocked out.
He's got dodge. So yeah, he must have used the dodge already. That's why you can't reroll as well as dodge.
God, that's irritating. Yeah, I mean, I had to go for that. Obviously, if I screwed up on the numbers. But now it's like, I don't know. At this point, the game's over. Realistically.
Yes, yeah, it basically is. So it's just going to be a case of me just moving up as many different players as possible to be in position to receive the ball and then... Oops.
Hey! Wait, hang on a second.
He's not going to do anything as silly as that.
We can start. I'm just gonna run for the ball at this point because it's the only chance of me being back in the game is me getting hold of the ball.
So I think we've got enough elements of the way Arbush is likely to play that will, I hope. Like, I would watch this back afterwards, because I think that's going to make the biggest difference in actually learning is just watching back and saying, "Oh, I should have done this," because it's much more obvious when you're.
Yeah. You don't have just 2 minutes to think about it.
Yeah, whereas it is, I think it's probably in full-on sort of fight or flight mode where you're just going to like, "Oh gosh, do this." You need to, as we talked about before, you need to have the game plan already laid out before you go onto the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, I can.
Hopefully this gives you a good idea of how different it will be to play against Arbush and it will be to play against anybody else.
Yeah, it's going to be so... Hey! You got a knockout! Hey! Score!
I'm going to apothecary it.
There's one player I need to deal with, and it's this guy. If I can get this guy out of the way, then I can go for something on your ball carrier. It's not gonna be pretty. Oh, and that's also gonna really hurt things already. But we can get this ass out of the way. And that was my blitz. I'm dumb. I wanted to blitz this guy with this guy. But I used my blitz to give him a path. But the good news is he's out now. And just let's see how much damage we can do to BBJ the Chad over here. Oh, I have a better injury throw. I'm gonna run it.
All right.
Yeah.
Back. It's a bit dicey to do without rerolls.
Oh man.
You see how quickly he can move the ball around the pitch as well.
Yeah, man.
Oh, never mind. Oh. There is a specific guide on how to play against Elfish. I'll send you afterwards. But I think this is a pretty good illustration of how it's totally possible to completely lose control of the game. Where you're just like in this situation where we're spread across the whole pitch, this is like the ideal situation.
Yeah.
And now I can dump off. Oh, whoops.
Well, nice 10.
So yes, there we go. So I make a note of that, is if you don't notice it's the dump off player that you're blocking, you're almost certainly not going to get the ball. That was extremely unlucky to not get the pass off.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got no, it doesn't have pass, but has everything else.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't think he's going to do this, but he might do it for the memes.
I mean, the good news is that I don't think I'm going to sustain many casualties in the game either.
That's
the
true.
worst case scenario, I mean, even if I lose, it's not the worst thing in the world. Well, that's probably for saying that, but,
Literally the moment you say that.
I mean, at this point, I might as well apothecary because there's nothing. Everything's going to happen next turn. Oh, it's 2 turns left, or what? The only point I was playing out the last 2 turns because it's kind of already been said and done. I think there's going to be nothing else to learn, per se.
Well, you can try and get the ball back, I suppose.
How?
I think if we were to do this over again, I think you would definitely need to watch the game back.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, what should I have done differently there? Because I think
give myself some objectives for the next game.
yeah, well, like because I think if you just kind of went from this game to playing Arbush, I think the result might well be very similar.
Yeah, it will be.
But yeah, so it's definitely going to be hard on this because I don't know what I'm doing with pro Elven Union, whereas he definitely does.
Yeah. That's the best I have. Is there any way I can get this guy in a position? I'm gonna have to run that. Oh, it's so dicey. I don't like it.
You got
Okay, that's got the guy in a position. Now we can blitz, run. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, wonderful.
it. Same guy, same result.
I mean, that was our best chance, but
yeah, I think that was worthwhile sticking around to do just to see that like those kind of things can pay off. And then he'll score again.
And there we go.
Alright, well, since that's all that's really left in the game is just you punching them a bunch, we might as well just quit out.
Yeah.
There you go. You won 14.
I won! Oh! Outplayed!
Out conceded.
Not even close. Wasn't even sweating that game. Wasn't even sweating.
So there you go. I don't know if that makes for very good viewing at all, but hopefully it will be useful for you, Byron, to watch back and be like, oh gosh, why did I do those things?
Yeah, and also to probably cringe at the sound of my own voice, but you know, still part of the fun.
Whenever I think that about my own stuff, I'm like, other people have to listen to it all the time, so at least, you know, I should probably suffer most of all.
Yeah, it's true. I do find that when I'm listening to myself back, I get a lot better at like speaking, because you kind of notice when you're kind of rambling or murmuring or whatever, and you can fix that like whilst you're hearing yourself.
Yeah.
The issue is you're then hearing yourself, and it's kind of uncomfortable.
I think it's tremendously important. I know I've struggled with it a lot, but you're right.
Yeah.
Once you start listening and once you start cringing, that's because to be a good caster, you've got to have taste. And if you can tell that your stuff is not good, then you can actually change it. And I think it's the idea that you're watching it back and you can't change it is what puts people off, whereas that's nearly always not the case.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The stuff at this level, like we're not talking about like high level casting here, it's just like don't do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
That'll be it. So 118, not too bad. Alright, cool. Well, I don't know if we'll get a chance to go over this again before you actually play your match against Arbush. That's how many game days away is that?
4 game days away, don't worry. We've got a while. It's the last one around Robin for me. Is hopefully it's still going to be a top of the table clash.
I think Arbush will enjoy watching this video, if no one else does.
Yeah. See me getting destroyed and he's like, yeah, well, things are looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. Everything's coming up Arbush. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you again next time, of course. We'll eventually get the, we'll either do a live or post commentary of that particular match that this has been the training for. Because of course, and look out for some exciting announcements in the future related to Blood Bowl. What could they be? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Something exciting, no doubt. We'll see you guys next time.